5 years, 5 generations of Venice. Now my great-grandmother was here, and I have 3 kids here. So basically the scope of this project is an existing building. It's already entitled. We're demoing a 515 square foot, formerly kind of garage, illegal Airbnb, and rec room that was used commercially on the adjacent property off the alley in Superba. It's a detached accessory building. We're building a new 794 square foot commercial kitchen, so it's actually a net difference of 279 square feet. That's the total scope of the add to this. And there's, if you've been to the Witzend, you know there's a small commercial kitchen. It was maybe good for microwavable pizza, not really a legitimate kitchen. And so the intent is to make this, as Rob said, more of a restaurant. March 25th, 2009, there was a determination of the Area Planning Commission that gave this entitlement. On September 29th, we had a unanimous approval from LUPEC, and then we actually had our zoning hearing October 13th, which happened faster than we thought. That's why we're here at the NC after. There are 2 properties. It's 1711 through 1717 Lincoln is the properties that are entitled. They're both in the C2 zone. There's a lot next to it, 959 Superba. There's a single family residence on that house. It's not a part of this project. We're keeping the house intact as it is. The lots have been legally tied together. The existing entitlements are the same square footage, with no change in service floor area. There's been a lot of discussion about how that's calculated. That's a code requirement that will be handled through planning and through building and safety. So really, probably not appropriate any to hash out all the details for service floor area. The simple fact is we're not changing it, and we'll have to comply with that code. There's no intensification of use. The occupancy, a lot of our communications with the neighbors have been around seating. We're actually increasing seating, which actually potentially decrease occupancy, because if you have more tables, then you have less ability to stand for that venue. There was a lease that's in force, and this project was not only approved, it was also a building permit was obtained and a certificate of occupancy was obtained. There was a prior lease for 2 parking spaces within 700 feet of the property behind the old Lincoln Fabrics, and now the applicants have increased that 6 more parking spaces plus 2 on site. So now there's a total of 10 parking spaces voluntary. Quickly, the mode and character remains unchanged. No intensification of use is proposed. The occupancy is the same, because the occupancy is based on the use, the building type, and the exit, and nothing has changed in that regard. Site plans and substantial conformance with the previously approved plan. And we also have a voluntary lease at the school, the Chalk School, just down the street on the same side, which will provide revenue to the school off hours when it's out of, not operational, and that'll provide parking and valet parking. I think everyone's in agreement, and it's optional. We know that that's not required, and we are providing the employees the free parking, but the applicant doesn't feel like they should have the hardship of requiring the paid free parking, but they're in agreement that it should be reasonable in market value. We agree with the sentiment that ideally free parking encourages people to drive. We would like locals to attend and ride their bikes, and people to be discouraged from driving. A lot of the planning codes were before Uber, and that promotes safe drinking and driving and not parking in the neighborhood. So if you have some questions, maybe we'll have James just give you a little view of what we're tearing down, and not only in square footage but in height and scale is virtually identical. We're in height district 1, so we could theoretically build a very tall building. We're trying to just replace the small scale that's there. Thank you.
Thank you, David. My name is James Meyer. I'm the principal architect